Today we are at a cell block of a city jail, and we will be applying an epoxy flooring to every single jail cell in this facility. The epoxy flooring is usable on many surfaces and many applications. However, today what we're doing is applying it to the cell so that there is no edges and it's a smooth transition between floor, walls, and other flooring at the transitions to doors. So this allows the prisoners to have a hard, durable surface to walk on, anti-skid. It will be attractive. We're going to coordinate with the grays that are in the blocks, and they will not be able to pick at it. Wonderful flooring. It's going to look beautiful, and you too could have some of this in some of your commercial applications.
We began this job by removing the sheet vinyl that was in every one of the jail cells, and you can review our other videos on how to remove vinyl and other methods of floor prep. But when we did pull this vinyl out, we found moisture. All the coats of existing adhesive, the floor prep, the primer that was down was all resting on top of moisture-laden concrete. And you can see the blue arrows show that this moisture was seeping up through all of the floor preps below the vinyl. And when we started to use a motorized scraping machine to strip the vinyl off, we then had to use a chemical stripping agent to get rid of those adhesives. The gypsum and other primer paint that was on the floor, we had to bring in a diamond disc abrasion machine and grind all that stuff back down to the original concrete. Once we were down to that base concrete, we tested the moisture level. It came out to be about 94% relative humidity. This type of moisture is unacceptable in flooring applications. We designed a solution when we consulted with two major flooring products manufacturers and combined their products to stop this moisture from coming up through the floor and also provide the final, beautiful final coat of epoxy flooring which our customer expected. So starting at the bottom, the moisture-laden concrete is still there. It's inherent in the building. This slab was poured over 20 years ago, and we don't know where that water is coming from, obviously from the ground below the concrete, and that's something that we find in buildings from time to time. However, we can stop that moisture from seeping further up through our flooring materials. We start at the bottom with 2 coats of a moisture membrane. On top of that, we put a primer that allows the next coat is a leveler and sealer. It allows that leveler and sealer to bond to the coats below it. We then prime again with an epoxy primer, which then allows the final layer, the final finished coat of epoxy, to bond to all of the layers below it. Once this hardens, we then have a beautiful, awesome looking floor.